Imagine sliding a book across a table. You can feel it resisting, right? That resistance, my friends, is friction. It's an invisible force that opposes motion. Friction occurs whenever two surfaces rub against each other. Think of it like this. Surfaces, even smooth ones, have tiny bumps and dips. When these bumps and dips interlock, they create friction. The more interlocking, the stronger the friction. Friction is everywhere, and it plays a crucial role in our lives. Without it, we wouldn't be able to walk, drive, or even hold a pen. So the next time you feel a little resistance, remember friction is at work, quietly shaping our world. Friction isn't just one thing. It comes in different forms. Let's explore a few of these fascinating types of friction and see how they impact our everyday lives. First, we have static friction. This is the friction that prevents an object from moving when a force is applied. Imagine trying to push a heavy box across the floor. The box won't budge initially because of static friction. This type of friction is what keeps objects stationary until enough force is applied to overcome it. Next, we have sliding friction, which occurs when two surfaces slide against each other. Think of skiing down a slope or pushing that same box across the floor once it's in motion. Sliding friction is what slows down the movement and eventually brings it to a stop. Then there's rolling friction, which is much weaker than sliding friction. This is why it's easier to move heavy objects on wheels. Rolling friction is what makes activities like cycling and using a dolly to move heavy items much more efficient. Finally, we have fluid friction, which happens in liquids and gases. Think of swimming in water or the resistance an airplane faces while flying. Fluid friction is what makes it harder to move through water and what causes air resistance when objects move through the air. Each type of friction plays a unique role in our daily lives, affecting everything from how we walk to how we drive, swim, and even fly. Understanding these different types of friction helps us navigate the world more effectively. Friction isn't constant. Several factors can influence its strength. Firstly, the type of surface plays a crucial role. Rough surfaces, like sandpaper, create more friction than smooth surfaces, like ice. Secondly, the force pressing the surfaces together matters. The heavier the object, the greater the friction. Try sliding a light book versus a heavy box, and you'll feel the difference. Thirdly, the presence of lubricants, like oil or grease, can significantly reduce friction. Lubricants create a thin layer between surfaces, reducing interlocking and allowing them to slide past each other more easily. Understanding these factors helps us control friction, making everyday tasks easier and more efficient. Section 4. Friction around us, everyday examples. Friction is everywhere, even if we don't always notice it. It plays a crucial role in many of our daily activities, making them possible and efficient. Walking is a prime example. Without friction, our feet would slip, making it impossible to walk steadily. Friction between our shoes and the ground prevents us from slipping and allows us to move forward. This grip is essential for balance and movement. Driving a car relies heavily on friction. The tires grip the road, providing the necessary traction. Friction between the tires and the road enables the car to accelerate, brake, and turn. Without it, controlling the vehicle would be impossible. Writing with a pen also involves friction. The resistance between the pen tip and the paper is what allows us to write smoothly. The friction between the pen tip and the paper allows the ink to transfer, leaving behind the words we write. This interaction is what makes writing possible. Even lighting a matchstick involves friction. The rough surface of the matchbox creates the necessary heat. Striking the match against the rough surface generates enough heat to ignite the chemicals. This is a clear demonstration of friction at work. These examples highlight how friction is woven into the fabric of our daily lives, often without us even realizing it. From the moment we wake up to the time we go to bed, friction is at play, making our world functional and safe. Section 5. Friction, the unsung hero of our lives. Friction, often seen as a nuisance, is actually crucial for our existence. It's that invisible force that we often take for granted, yet it plays a vital role in our daily lives. It's the unsung hero that enables us to interact with the world around us. From the moment we wake up and walk across the floor to driving our cars, friction is at work. Without friction, our lives would be drastically different. Imagine a world where you couldn't hold on to anything, where every step you take is a slip and slide. We wouldn't be able to walk, drive, or even hold objects. Simple tasks would become impossible, and our daily routines would be in disarray. The world would be a chaotic and slippery place. Every surface would be a potential hazard, making it difficult to perform even the most basic activities. Friction is also essential for various applications, from generating heat to slowing down objects. It's the reason why we can light a match or why our car brakes work effectively. Brakes in vehicles, for instance, use friction to slow down or stop the vehicle, ensuring safety. Without it, controlling speed and stopping would be impossible. So the next time you think about friction, remember its significance. It's more than just a force that opposes motion. It's a force that makes life as we know it possible. It's not just a force that opposes motion. It's a fundamental force that makes our world work. Friction is truly the unsung hero of our lives, quietly ensuring our safety and functionality every day.